Okay, yeah, good evening. This will be a speedrun tutorial for the game Escape from School, chapter 1, 2 and 3. I've decided to make this tutorial because yesterday I found one of the skips that took me around 1.5 years to find, and it's quite hard to understand how it works or how the setup for it works. So I wanted to make a tutorial and now I decided to make a tutorial for the full game. Before we start this, I want to make two things clear. This will be a tutorial for the any percent no power-up categories. The power-up categories are pretty much similar, just with power-ups, so not really any means to do a tutorial on that. And the second thing is that you do not, as you can see in the video, what the video implies, you do not need an input visualizer, a live split timer, or to play the game not at full screen. That's all things that I prefer in my speedruns. I do not have a live split on right now because this is just a tutorial, but you do not need any of those things. A timer would be recommended and you have to play the game on the official side, but that's basically it, and just not cheat. Yeah. So the run starts when the first movement is done. Basically, after you close this menu, you can still do this, but when you do this, the run starts. So the run has officially started. You take this chair here. You take it, maybe not to walk against the chair, and you gotta go completely to the wall and put your camera as far as back as possible on the preferably right side of the chair. You now walk back with S and click. It takes some time, it's not possible everywhere, but yeah. After that you just continue to walk back, take the chair again, and now it gets a little bit harder, because this clip here, you need to simultaneously jump and open the chapter menu to load in the area. So go here like before, but this time you also jump while doing this and you click the chapter menu. I did it a little too early, that's why I went up on the roof, but if you do it a little later you just bug through. This is the first harder trick, but definitely doable, especially after you train it a couple of times. Yeah, just take the hook, grab it in here, go up here. You should... Okay, that was a little bit of a mistake, I have to show that again. You go up here and touch the roof, and the third time you do not touch the roof. You want to touch the roof so you get down momentum to get on the floor of the blower again. Well, on the third time you don't need to do this because you don't go on another one. You have to not go too high so you can land on here. Now we have the first skip. There has actually been one skip called elevator skip, which improvises a pretty much frame perfect upflow thingy on this, because this and the one here are the same, just that this one will kill you, but one single unit of this does not kill you. Only one person, me, has gotten this in a run. It's horrible, and thank God someone found a way to not do it. You basically just have to walk from here onto here and then click the C button 3 or 4 times preferably, and I would prefer you to land around here, not here, so when you jump in here you can open the gate and not lose any time by waiting. Then you just go up here. Up here you need to open the chapter menu once again, here, and land on this thing. This looks really much harder than it is. Like, you can, this is a really easy part. You go up here, you go up here, and those two things have weird hitboxes. Basically you can jump inside of them, as you can see. So you just, when you're here, you're just gonna jump on it, and here you're just gonna jump as well. Just spam the space button. Yeah, you just go through here, easy peasy, jump on here. And here, that was my mistake, that was just dumb. You have to jump on this to get a higher jump, if you see what I mean. And when you get that higher jump, you're gonna try to jump over here, but you will see that it won't work. That's why you have to land on here You have to land on here and get a little bounce. So now the setup of the hard trick that I've talked about is gonna start. Basically, it's a really little setup. You do not really have to do much, but you can see that you can close this with both mouse keys if you look into my input visualizer. And if you close it with the left key, it will throw the ball. But if you close it with the if you close it with the right key, it won't throw it, which is really good. So you just put in 3 of the basketballs. You can use if you want to, you can use a cross thing. I don't use one because I don't want to. After you have it, you're not allowed to click the left mouse button anytime again. When you hear, you gotta deload the area down here. So you're just gonna jump into that wall and click the R button to kill yourself. Yeah, that's basically it. And that wasn't far enough down. No problem though, you just click it far enough down, and then you have to do for me it's a harder jump, but for most people it won't be too much of a hard jump. You have to do this. Yeah. So it's okay, it's decent. And by the way, from now on you cannot go into any other perspective because you still have the basketball. Now you do 2 or 3 of the chapter fly things and jump down here and do another one, but just remember, do not use the left key at all anymore. This is the reason why we get the basketball, is because you can jump from one of the banks in the boss area into a wall, and sometimes it glitches you up, but with the basketball it glitches you up way more frequently. Like, this is not a 100% guaranteed trick. If I don't get it now, I will just cut in one of the times that I got it, but maybe I will get it now. Maybe not, maybe I will. So go onto this bank. I have to do this a little quickly so it doesn't kill me, and just jump on here and click the basketball. And I didn't get it now, but I'll just show you one time where I got it. Yeah, okay, now I got it. And now after you got over it, you just have to enter the bus and finish the run. It might happen that you die before you can finish the run, which can be annoying, but usually you just, like, the bus will just drive through. But the game is quite laggy, so sometimes this can happen. Yeah, this will be it for the first tutorial. I hope you liked it. The second and third chapter will be in a separate video, just because the first chapter is so much more technically complicated. The second chapter is pretty much just walking, it's easy, and the third chapter has a couple of strategies, especially the first wall clip should be talked about, but the rest of that is pretty easy. So thanks to those people who will now show up in the video for finding most of the skips, including me and the people that will show up. Yeah, second tutorial will release sometime, probably in the next few days. Thank you so much.